thought if online dating is worth the trouble? Stay tuned and find out what are our do's and don'ts of online dating. Here at Disability Awareness, we try to help society to understand how people with disabilities can be an asset to the community. It's Lisa and Chris again, and we are going to talk about do's and don'ts of online dating. Let's start off by saying that both of us have done it for several years now. For me, I am on OkCupid for the fun of it. When I do go on it, it is just for killing time once in a while. I have more important things to do, so I have gotten away from looking for a girlfriend. Before I was on sites the whole day chatting. With that being said, my biggest don't for you is to take every word that a person tells you literally. I have talked to a few women for months. If they tell you that they really love or like you, you don't know the truth. Another don't that you have to remember to do is don't invite them to your place. If you want to meet someone, meet at a mall or public place. Set some boundaries for yourself. What I mean is, if you don't want a dirty conversation, don't allow somebody to try to change your mind in doing it. Women allow guys to talk dirty because they think that the guy loves them. If they really like you, getting to know you would be more important than talking dirty. Another do is to be upfront with a person with your disability. I held off in telling the person about my disability, and sometimes it hurts the friendship. I found that they question more about what you have told them. They sometimes stop talking to you altogether. Now Lisa would like to talk about her list of do's and don'ts.
Well, like Chris, I have used many sites. Match, Plenty of Fish is the one that I've had most success with. That's where I've met most of my man friends or dates. Some of the do's I would suggest: be as honest as you can be, and be upfront just as much as Chris has said in the first place. And like Chris, I also believe in not having them come to my apartment, but in the past I was naive and I let them come to my parents' house, and that was a big, huge mistake. But I've learned over time, honesty is the best policy, and don't let them come to your house. Always meet them in a public place, because you never know if that person could be a sex addict or a rapist or anything of those sort of things. And one of the other things, don't assume anything. Don't think they like you just because they're talking to you. Or don't always think, oh, this person loves me because they're spending time with me. That's not the case all the time. So don't be naive. Don't just assume someone's calling you because they love you. And don't automatically assume that you're in a relationship just because that person's come over a few times. That was a big mistake with me. When I was first starting in the dating arena, when a person didn't call me for a couple days, I automatically bombarded them with calls, because I'm like, why didn't you call me? Why? I was jumping the gun and pushing them away because they weren't calling me or spending time with me. Not realizing maybe it was because they were afraid of my disability, and I didn't give them a time to adjust to that disability, and I assumed they were okay with it, and they really weren't okay with it. And I just assumed everybody, gave everybody a chance. But not all the time that always happens. Because some people don't even understand the disability. Sometimes they're just curious about what that is and how to deal with it. And sometimes friendships just occur, not romantic relationships. Sometimes you might have romantic feelings for that person, but the person might not have romantic feelings for you. And that's hard too. Because I might be attracted to someone and they might be attracted to me, but because the disability is too challenging for that person, we just become friends. And most of the time, that's what happens. And that's fine. You don't have to have romantic relationships with friends, with people all the time, even though you might want to. Sometimes it's a challenge to hold back and say, okay, this friend is just my friend. They want to spend time with me, so that's fine. And sometimes you're just like, I really, really want a relationship, but sometimes it just doesn't work, and sometimes you have to accept that, and that might be hard to do. But my theory is, be patient and something will happen for you. And I'm just saying, just be careful what you say and be careful what you do, because it always comes back to haunt you, especially online. Because, you know, certain things you say could, like, come back and hurt you. Just be careful what you say. And be careful what you give away. Don't always give away your phone number. I've learned that the hard way too. I want the friendship, so I'm like, okay, it's okay, but sometimes it's not. Because sometimes if they're married and they don't tell you that, that's not good. Because the ex-wife or wife could be like, you're calling my husband and I didn't know this, because they don't tell you that. So you gotta be careful. So talk to the person a long time online before you give your number. Just a suggestion. Please take it with a grain of salt. So, and just be aware of rejection. Be okay with that. Because that will happen. Especially because we need so much special attention sometimes. And it takes a lot for a guy or a woman to accept that. And there are special people out there that date people like us. But there are many few. But, like we said, if you want a relationship, they're out there. If you're willing to find and take time and patience to find them. Lisa signing off.
We are Disability Awareness, and we talk about how the disability community can help society as a whole. If you like this video and aren't a subscriber, please subscribe to our channel. If you have a question or a comment, please put it down below. Here at Disability Awareness, we do 2 videos per week on Tuesday and 1 on Friday. So we will see you on Friday. It's Lisa and Chris signing off.